Hi, my name is Phuti Swapi, born and bred in Queenstown, specifically at Beleni. Finished my matric here. Afterwards, went to study at Nelson Mandela University. I did civil engineering there. It was tough, but we did it. And I later furthered my studies at University of Johannesburg, specialized in water engineering. Worked for a bit, and the economy happened. Jobs, we struggle. So yeah, and I am the founder of Mandlovu Ginger Beer. I make and sell ginger beer from my space, and I distribute to a couple of people. Mandlovu Ginger Beer was established just recently, actually, October 2022. That's when it was officially established. However, I started making and selling ginger beer to close family friends in the second part of the year 2021. At the time I had attended, it was actually after a huge disappointment from a job that I thought I had in the bag. However, after that disappointment, I had visited Johannesburg. My son lives in Johannesburg still. Well, he's here now. I visited Johannesburg, a family gathering. After that, I decided to stay longer and look for work that side. It seemed it might be easier to find something there. Stayed. So as I was there, staying at my aunt's place, I used to make ginger beer for just the household, and it was really good. And when people would visit, they'd be like, "This is really good." And someone suggested that I make it and sell it to them. And some other people wanted more of it, so I started doing that from my aunt's place. Got a package, bottling in Johannesburg, that was easy to get, so I would make it from my aunt's home, sell it to just close family friends. That time, and moving into early 2022 is when I moved back home in Queenstown. I would mostly sell it to in terms of events like weddings, imicimbi, people who know that I can make it. I would sell. I used to just basically brand it with like a raisin inside. Like I would make it, there would be just a raisin floating inside. But those were just events and people that I knew. Then in September 2022, I started working on the branding of it and approaching the establishments, your CEDAs, your ECDC. So I started branding and marketing on the officially established Mandlovu. Mandlovu is my clan name, Sistoko. A lot of people call me Mandlovu, especially close people to me. It's a name I love being called by, so it just made sense. And ginger beer Mandlovu anyway. It was established officially in 2022 October. The biggest sacrifice I've had to make in establishing my ginger beer business was time. I would say time, because in terms of I studied, I'm an engineer, I'm a water engineer, I look for work, we have to job hunt. So I sacrificed that time of applying myself in applying for work. I took time to build this and approach the organizations that can help me, put time into it, plan it. So I sacrificed time of focusing on a career, on a job that's not popping. Basically, I would say, because who knows what would have happened if I had remained to put more time into it. But I sacrificed that time because there's something here. There's something that I believe in and passionate about with building this business. And being in business, it's something I do want to. And starting small on the small scale is, I feel, something that is necessary. So I sacrificed the time of even developing myself in the actual profession that I'm in, and not developing this instead. So I would say time is the biggest sacrifice I've had to put in. Okay, I like that question. I feel very passionate about it because I've experienced it. First and foremost, support that is there for small business owners is other small business owners. There's a community of such great support that I never realized there was, because I was typically go to school, do your 9 to 5. So in this entrepreneurship space, there's support. There's support that you get from other small business owners, advice, in terms of advice, especially listening to them, listening to people who've been there, who've done it. And shout out to Inana Maestro, who gave me a chance, and I went, approached them, gave them a small bottle, tried out to a guys on a salad when they were just opening also. So they gave it a chance, and they're still my most trusted client, I believe. Yeah, it's other small. I remember one of my clients, Jess at Lekkerland. I'll never forget when she decided to also to shelve my bottles, advising me that, listen, I can see that she's starting off. Don't give up. Like, just pull through. The people that make it are the people who don't give up. It's a hard time. Like, it's hard to start, but just push. Get it through. So it's first and foremost other small business owners. Secondly, it's the organizations that are there, OCDA, ECDC, NYDA, especially the young people with NYDA. I think young people are sleeping on NYDA. They help, and just make sure you know your story. Approach them. Start small. Start with what you can do. But yeah, I've gotten assistance from CEDA and ECDC. I am very happy, and it requires patience. I understand it's not easy to get the support from these organizations. They require patience, and just be smart about it and know your end goal. Yeah, know your end goal, you know. So yeah, that's the support I've in my small time in this space that I've. Yeah. Okay. It's not so long. I haven't been in the space for long enough, but I think I've got from my short time in the business space, I would say it's consistency. I would say consistency, because from one of the clients that I supply, she told me that, there was a guy who was supplying me with ginger beer, and it was selling so well, but they just stopped, And it was sad to hear that. So she was like, no, bring it through. People love it. Yeah, so I would say it's consistency with us. I got shaken a bit as well in December. I wasn't ready for the events and the places that I actually supply. So I got a bit burnt, mainly. But you have to pull through. Consistency is the biggest challenge. Discipline, plan and just be consistent. So I would say that's the biggest challenge. Oh, okay, yeah, my newfound industry, the food industry. Oh, it is the most important. It's very important. That's what sells your product. It's easy. Like, ginger beer is not rocket science, but okay, no, it's actually not that simple. There are chemical equations that you kind of have to watch out and figure out what happens, the fermentation and etc. But creativity in terms of packaging, it sells your product, and be creative in how you work. Use what you can, what you have to your disposal, and yeah. So creativity is important in the sense that my packaging, I believe, has made my ginger beer blow up a bit. I remember a conversation I had with one of the potential clients. Well, he did try it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with them this year. But the manager of Luxembourg, for example, I said, and he's extremely creative in space, and he was advising me in terms of my packaging, what we can do. And advising me being creative and gifting. Creativity is what will sell your product, is what will make you money. So it is highly important. be consistent. Oh, the biggest advice I would give young, just do it. Just the idea that you have and whatever fears you might have and the people who will be telling you this and that about it, just focus on what you want to do, and especially if you believe in it, just do it. That's first and foremost the first advice. And also important, I would say, be dependable, be reliable, be dependable, deliver, you know. You want to build strong relations with your clients, be trustworthy, be dependable and reliable. Yeah. I learned a hard lesson in December with a delivery. I failed to just one, luckily, to a family actually, to a close cousin, and that taught me to plan and just be reliable. Yeah, so that's the advice I would give.